Right, as we see, we have a midget that's in a really poor state. It's had some repair work done to it, but it's not been done very well at all. Any work that's been done has been plated at both the existing panels that have rotten through. Here with the front inner wheel arch panel, which is been tagged on top of the outside one. If you take a look inside, you can see the rot that's inside. There we are, there's the rot. That should have been chopped out before the outside piece was put on first. So towards the other side, that's equally as bad. That also has been plated. Both these sides need to be chopped out, the bodged up panel taken off and the old one taken off as well. Similar story underneath. The footwell has been plated over the existing footwell and it just looks a complete utter mess. All that needs to be chopped out and new panels replaced. Sills are also going to have to come off because they've been tacked on the inner footwell panel. That needs to come off, and we'll probably end up putting 2 new sills on there to make a proper job. There's been no new inner sills fitted, so I'll have to buy 2 of those. Here's the spring irons. Both are equally as bad. They're both completely rotten everywhere. The adjacent panels are all rotten also. All that needs to come off and new ones need to be fitted. Wheel arches are all equally as bad. They're back as well into the top of the rear of the bulkhead. All that needs plating and rot removing. You also need 2 lower rear wing panels. These are rotten quite badly. At the bottom corner there, it's rotten right into the boot corner. That needs plating up as well. The valance is also in a storage state. Once a panel at the bottom welding on there. We need some little pieces welding in around the petrol filler cap hole. And at the bottoms of the rear wheel lights, they're quite rotten. Hinge pillars at the bottom are rotten. The top one's in reasonable condition. It's been removed. The bottom one seized up. That needs taking off and freeing and replacing. The front bumper bar but mounting places aren't too bad. They're quite good. And sort of is completely inside of the inner wings and the engine bay. Just needs all this oil removing and then getting down to the bare metal and painting again. First thing I shall tackle is this near side. I shall take off this sill that's been tacked on, that inner panel, and then I'll replace the inner footwell panel, put on a new inner sill and a new outer sill, and then I'll start work on the rear wheel arch and the bulkhead at the back, and also at the same time of course doing the bottom of the hinge pillar and fitting the new door with the new skin. Right, we've got the outside of the sill off now, and we've taken that repair patch off the inner footwell compartment. The footwell compartment is not as bad as what some are, and it only needs a repair patch to the bottom. Right, the floor's been now taken out. The original floor and the panel that was put on top of the floor. The A-post outer panel has been taken off, and the lower hinge pillar obviously needs replacement. We've got the inner footwell panel tacked on now, and repaired the bottom of the hinge pillar, and fitted the new door skin on the door, and the sill is ready now to go on. Close up of the lower hinge pillar and the support. A shot with the hinge pillar cover loosely fitted in place to check the door gap, which initially is quite good. Here's a picture of the sill fitted now. The door gap looks very good now. Here's a shot from inside, showing the inner footwell panel repaired and the sill and a coat of paint to the front of the footwell compartment. The cross member has been chopped off because it was badly corroded and it was pushing out the sill in one position. Here's a shot of the rear spring arm. It has now been removed and the existing bolts are showing where the position should be when the new floor is fitted. The rear bulkhead showing the fillets inside that are badly corroded. Those need replacing when the floor is fitted and the rear bulkhead is fitted. Here, the lower half of the rear wing has been removed and you can see all the rot to the inner wing. The wing has been cut on the line that the chrome strip takes, so that when the new panel is fitted there will be no sign of any welding. The floor pan has now been fitted and has been spot welded along to the sill, and also fitted a complete new box section cross member, and that's been spot welded onto the floor as well. The rear bulkhead has now been cut away at the back, and it's not too bad inside, but all the panel will be replaced. The sills have been painted inside with red paint to make sure all the little gaps are all filled up. So is the door as well, inside the door. Here's another shot of the complete back bulkhead, and it's been ground away at the top and it's ready for chiseling out. Right, the rear bulkhead now has been repaired. The central support was rotten at the bottom and a new piece was fitted and welded in. The support above the spring hanger is a brand new section and was welded onto the floor and welded onto a brand new rear panel. And you can see it's been welded in, full seam weld onto the existing panel, and the spot welds onto the central reinforcer. Here's a shot of the rear wheel arch. All the rot has been chopped out and the remaining good metal has been sandblasted up. The knife of the inner wing has been chopped away over the chassis section. The chassis section has been sandblasted and a new piece will be welded down into place over the chassis and onto the top of the shock absorber mounting panel. is a shot of the wheel arch. It's been some time since we've taken any footage, but if you can look now, we've repaired the wheel arch, put pieces in where the pieces were rotten, and we've also done the chassis section at the bottom there. Shot of the pieces fitted. The sill end has been put in place. This other half of the wheel arch still needs doing, and that won't be done until the boot floor is put in place. The inner wheel arch repair panel has been fitted and is almost fitted up to the back part. Small repair patch fitted to the door shut. As can be seen by this, all the boot floor is completely taken out. All the inner arches have been shot blasted and given a coat of red oxide. Here's a shot of inside of the rear wing. Up at the top there's that has also been shot blasted and covered with red oxide. All the chassis sections being cut away, shot blasted and red oxide. Underneath the boot lid, that's all been shot blasted and red oxide. Top of the rear wings have also been shot blasted and red oxided as well. The near side inner rear wheel arch has been fully repaired, pieces have been fitted, and it's been given a coat of red tartan red. New boot floor has now been fitted. Inner rear wheel arch has now been completely fitted, and so has the boot corner. So the final piece of the inner chassis has been repaired as well. It's all ready now for the outer wheel arch to be fitted. Lower rear wing fitted and primed, and the doors and sill primed. Here the rear valance has been removed and a new boot lid has been put in place. New valance ready to fit. This side has now been done, and now work has been started on the offside. The lower half of the wing has been removed, also on the floor. The old sill has been left in place, location for the new side panel. The hinge pull is sewn by the new one is going to be refitted. New inner wings have been located, and these will be fitted as soon as the sills are fitted. Right, we've actually turned the car over now. The driver's side has completely been rebuilt, like the other side. The front bulkheads have both been removed and two inner wings have been fitted. The hull underneath has been given undercoat of anti-chip paint. All the edges have all been seam sealed, all the welds have been ground off, and it's now ready for top coats. Just a little bit of welding to do on this front jacking pan, and a little bit of welding to be done on the front bumper bar mounting bolts. Inside the jacking pan it's amazingly bright and clean with hardly any rust. But the new panel, what's going to go on the top, is going to be a lot thicker gauge, and hopefully this time it shouldn't bulge. We're also now in the new extension of the garage. It's made life a lot easier, and hopefully we'll be able to turn the car around shortly. Front leg's now been repaired, a plate being put on, and the section has fully been repaired. And the old car has been covered with a litre of ultra tough red. Front suspension has completely been rebuilt. Shock absorbers, new roll bar and mountings, new springs, new wishbones have been rebuilt with new bearings, brake disc, reconditioned cam sandblasted, and the new clock's fitted. Steering rack's been reconditioned, stripped, rebuilt and repainted, and brake master cylinders stripped, sandblasted, painted, new bearings, spring fitted, ready to put into the car. Shock blasted and painted silver, fitted, ready to put into the front. The original grille has been refitted, and so have the headlamps. The screen has been refurbished and refitted. Quarter lights have been replaced with stainless steel ones because the original chrome ones were too badly pitted. Fitted new door locks, and we fitted new handles. The original back plates for the rear lights were in good condition, so all we had to do is buy new chrome outers and new lenses and a complete new reversing lights. The rear wiring loom was in poor condition and had burnt through in many places, so the rear section was completely rebuilt, rebound with black PVC tape. We're waiting now to establish where the fitting should be for the pump and the sender unit for the tank. Here's a shot of the original engine. It's in really poor condition. It's been stuck for many years. All the parts have all rusted. Typical example is the cylinder head, which was completely seized. On trying to get some of the valves out, they broke off in the seats. Here's a typical shot in really poor condition. Not worth even trying to start to do anything with it. All the lobes are pitted and rusted. It's just not worth contemplating doing anything with it. The main bearing caps all rusted, and a shot of the miscellaneous bits and pieces. It's completely rusted, not worth doing anything at all with. Here's a shot of the finished engine. It's an engine which was bought second hand for £100. It's been completely stripped. It's been painted outside with green hammerite. All the big ends were reground with new shells, and the main bearings were done with big end shells. New piston rings. Distributor was in a bit of a sorry state as well. That had completely seized up, and that was stripped and rebuilt. The starter motor was also in a similar condition. The water pump was stripped and painted. and so was the flywheel at the fan pulley. The flywheel from the original engine was better than the old one, so that was replaced. The rocker shaft was completely worn and a new one was sourced. This unit now is ready to be fitted into the car. The 5-speed Toyota box, which has been stripped and cleaned, and this is the modified bell housing which fits onto the modified backplate of the A series engine. It fits quite well. It can hardly tell that it's from another car when it's put together. Saw some reclining seat frames, which these have been stripped and painted with black ammonite. I'm waiting now for some new sponges and seat covers. We've now fitted the interior with red PVC with white piping, and a specially made rear seat, repainted the dash red this time, red carpets, the door panels with the original handle and a chrome window winder. Put the engine in now, and we've converted the dynamo over to alternator. The new gearbox is very tight towards the bell housing, the bulkhead.
Oh dear. Oh dear me. Alright, it's pathetic. Well, you shut off. How am I supposed to video you?
Right.
What?